What's up, guys? Welcome to Talking Pigskin Week 7 edition. I apologize. Last week I was out of town visiting San Antonio, Texas, and I couldn't get the video pick on time. But I did put out my predictions for last week on Sunday morning. I don't know if many of you saw that, but I did go 2-3 with those picks. Surprisingly, my New York Jets definitely took care of business at Lambeau Field. Never thought I expect to see it in my lifetime that we would go in there and manhandle the Packers like the way the Jets defense did. It was a very amazing thing to see, even though I missed the second half of the game. I saw the first half in the hotel, but second half I was out. But I was able to catch the ending at a bar, and I was the only Jet fan going crazy, so it felt pretty good to do that. But yeah, the Jets are 4-2. Another surprise that I definitely didn't see coming. I was hoping to win 3 games in October out of the 5. We already got the 3 wins, so if anything we get now will be extra. So we'll see what happens, but of course we'll get to the Jets-Broncos game in a minute. But let's start off with the first game on Sunday, which is the Atlanta Falcons going to Cincinnati to take on the Bengals. Now, Joe Burrow has clearly turned it around. He had, I believe, 300 passing yards and 4 touchdowns last week. Jamar Chase also had a good game. And in comes an Atlanta team where no one expected the Falcons to be 3-3 and also put the beats on 49ers like they did last week. Mind you, they're playing with that Cordell Patterson, and they're still staying in game. They're still doing good. Very happy for Marcus Mariota, and Arthur Smith has those boys playing. But going to Cincinnati will be very tough. I think the Bengals defense in fourth quarter, I saw a stat, they haven't allowed a touchdown since, I believe, week 3 or so. So it's been great for them. Will they keep it at home? I believe so. I think the Bengals will take down the Falcons at home. Next game we have is the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Tennessee Titans. Now, I believe they both have 3 wins, and they're coming off a bye, so they don't have 2 losses, but the Colts have that tie going for them. This is for the division. I don't see Texans, definitely not the Texans, and I don't see the Jaguars making any headway. So I'm assuming it'll come down to the Colts and Titans. The Titans already beat the Colts earlier in the year, and this is Colts' chance to redeem themselves. Matt Ryan and company, that offense has to click. He passed over 300 yards last week. I hope he can do the same against this Tennessee Titans defense, who has Harold Landry, who has a stout defensive line. It will be tough for them, but Ryan Tannehill coming off a bye, I don't trust him. Derrick Henry is a one-man show. We'll see how he does. But in a very good game, I'm gonna pick the Colts to go into Tennessee and win that game because they seem to win at Tennessee all the time. Next game we have is, let's see what we got on the schedule. We have the Seattle Seahawks taking on the LA Chargers. Now, another team just like the Falcons, we did not expect Geno Smith-led Seahawks to be this relevant week 7 into the NFL season. He hasn't been playing terrible at all. He's been playing much better than expected. He went into he didn't go. They hosted the Arizona Cardinals last week and they beat him at home, which is shocking to me. But is this sustainable? I mean, as long as Kenneth Walker is running the ball and Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf is making plays for Geno Smith, the defense has been playing very good. I believe Tariq Woolen already tied Richard Sherman the first few games with the Intel, so that's good for the Seahawks. In comes the Chargers off a Monday night victory, which went into OT against the Broncos. We'll see how they do in a short turnaround. Justin Herbert looks a little injured to me. I don't think he's the same. I think the injury from week 2 is still lingering, so maybe the Chargers will make some adjustments for him. The offensive line has to block better for him. And then very close game, I'm picking the Chargers to win at home. Next game, we finally get to the game that I want to talk about is the New York Jets going to Denver to take on the hapless Denver Broncos. Now, the records to me look flipped. The Broncos should be 4-2. The Jets should be 2-4. But I guess we're in the upside down officially this year because the Jets clearly, this defense has been playing out of their minds the last 3 weeks. They've been killing offenses and their game plans from the minute the whistle is blown off to start the first quarter. Quinnen Williams has been an absolute wrecking crew. He's definitely going to get paid this offseason. DJ Reed, Sauce Gardner, they're just playing lights out in the secondary. CJ Mosley, Quan Alexander, they're also playing very good as linebackers. D-line, they're just playing great around Quinnen. The problem is on offense, we are not playing nearly as good as we hope to be. Granted, Brees Hall, Michael Carter has the rock running like crazy, which is great. But it also reminds me of our 2009-2000 teams where we just relied on Thomas Jones, LaDainian Tomlinson, Sean Green to run the show, and Mark Sanchez just basically don't mess it up, Just be a game manager. Do I want that for Zach Wilson? No, especially when you have reports coming out like secondary receiver Elijah Moore has yet to prove himself in the league, throwing a hissy fit over last week when he got 0 targets. I don't think it's the right approach. He's a very young receiver, but Zach Wilson also completed 10 passes last week, so I don't know what he's complaining about. He has to throw better. I hope Mike LaFleur lets him throw a little more than 18 attempts this week. He has Garrett Wilson. He has Corey Davis. He has Conklin, Uzama. Denzel Mims will be active this week. I would like to see Zach play a little more than what he did against the Packers. Granted, we are Jet fans. We like to take wins as it comes. At the same time, if we want to be one of those better teams in the league, we also have to play complementary football. Yes, ground game is working, but the passing game has to work too. Russell Wilson sucks. Okay, that's my analysis of the Denver Broncos. Their defense has been playing amazing. I believe they're top 3 in the league, but Russell Wilson isn't playing absolute garbage. Overpaid quarterback of the year so far, and I think will remain that way because the line is not gonna block for him. Jets all over the Broncos. Last game we have is the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the 49ers. I'm gonna keep this one short because I'm running out of time. The 49ers at home with Christian McCaffrey acquisition. I'm not sure if he's gonna play, but the Kansas City Chiefs, coming off a loss against the Buffalo Bills, will be hungry, going on the road to take on a okay team in the 49ers. They're not great yet, but they haven't hit their strides yet. I'm taking Patrick Mahomes on the road just because the Chiefs are ready to bounce back. So there I have the Bengals, I have the Colts, the Chargers, the Chiefs, and the New York Jets. Let me know what you think of these picks. Like, subscribe, and comment. I'll see you guys next week.